Ready?
Windows Movie Maker that I used has been gone for a while, so I can't do the scroll. Not that I ever did. But anyway, so we're reviewing this little independent film no one's ever heard of, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Episode 7. Do you want to talk about this movie?
Oh, you can start.
You can.
Okay, so it starts out with Ray, right? That was her name?
Yeah.
Okay. Ray, and she was on this.
Last name Charles.
No. She was on this, like, scavenger type planet, and she kept
Wait, it
trying
starts
to.
with Finn.
Okay. So Finn, which wasn't his real name, he was a letter and numbers F, whatever. And
First name Crackers.
you want to talk? Go ahead.
People, there was a movie that Snob reviewed years ago where one of the actors was called himself Crackers Finn.
Got it.
That's why I did that joke.
So the android, right? Was an android?
BB-8.
BB-8.
That orange thing.
He got separated from the master, and he had the last piece of the map as to where Luke Skywalker was. And the not the Force, what did they call him?
Adam Driver.
Yeah, his team.
He was the Resistance, I think.
No, the Resistance are the ones that were fighting. I forget what it was called.
The Empire. The Empire or the First Order.
The First Order, that's what it was.
Keep going.
Okay, so the First Order, they went, they were searching for the droid, and they found him at this planet, and so they went to fight, and then she met Finn. Finn was like, he helped the master of B whatever, and they escaped. And then what happened next?
Well, they kind of crashed.
Well, they crashed on that planet, and
Finn was sweating pretty much all throughout this movie. It's like
those helmets were hot. Can't breathe very well. No air circulating.
I was like, he couldn't look more wet if he was Aquaman.
Oh God. Different atmosphere.
Well, okay, here's my thought. He sweated a lot, but Adam Driver didn't sweat.
Right. Until the end.
Yeah, so continue.
Okay.
Then we meet then we meet Ray.
Right. He meets up with Ray, who has whatever.
BB-8.
BB-8. And all of a sudden, here comes the, what did you call it? The what? What is Finn's former area called? What was it called?
Oh, the Empire.
No, not the Empire.
Yeah, the Empire.
First Order.
Okay.
Okay. So the First Order is there. They're shooting everything up. Finn grabs her hand and she's like, "Let go of my hand. I can run faster without you." And the droid is still following BB-8. And so then they're running towards a plane or craft that
the Millennium Falcon.
No, the first one they shot up and it was on fire. So then they had to go to the junk one.
Okay. I thought that was the Millennium Falcon.
The Millennium Falcon was the junk one.
Yeah.
So that was their second choice.
Mm-hmm.
So then they get in it and they start to take off, and then they land somewhere. They're trying to get as far as away. He wants to get as far as away
As far
because
away.
far away because the first order, wherever he would be in danger because they would be after him for defecting.
Mm-hmm.
So um so then they take off, they go someplace that they thought was safe, and here comes Han Solo
And
and
Chabasco.
Chewbacca. I said Chubasco.
Kenzie, come
That's
here.
isn't that a ride at Six Flags Great America? Chubasco.
Mr. Ego over there.
Okay, so then Han
Solo.
Solo and
Solo?
whatever. I'm
That's a
tired.
much grosser
I'm
movie.
tired, folks. It's May. The sun shines. We've had a lot of rain. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get snow right after Easter and right before May 5th, May 4th, whatever.
Yeah,
Cinco de
anyway.
Mayo. Okay. Why don't you talk some?
No, you
I'm
can. Keep
boring them
going.
out. I'm boring them.
So anyway, trying to see if I can follow most of this. Um, Han Solo and Chewbacca, while there's a scene where they're like being chased down a hallway with like this creature that looks
A
like
very huge octopus.
yeah, like a boulder creature, and I was like, what is it with Harrison Ford running from things that are spherical?
Yeah. Balls, rocks, marbles, whatever.
Where if I want to see a Star Wars movie with Indiana Jones influences, I will stick to real good Star Wars movies with Indiana Jones references, like Turkish Star Wars, thank you very much. Wait, no, I won't!
No, you won't.
Well, I haven't seen
No,
that
you
movie.
won't. No.
So anyway, then there is one part where it's like they cut off the tentacles, but yet the tentacles are still moving. I was like, ugh.
Well, because
that
she
reminds me.
closed the door.
Yeah, that reminds me of a bad restaurant I went to once.
Yeah.
Then they kind of land. I'm sorry, people. Our Blu-ray skipped a little bit. They land on some planet. They don't say what it is, but it kind of looks like Earth.
Yeah. A lot of greenery.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. She could breathe.
So they go into this kind of sequel to Mos Eisley's Cantina. I don't know what it's called because that's when it was skipping. But then there was like this weird
What's her
creature.
name? Mars or Max or something?
Large Marge. That's from Pee Wee Herman.
Okay.
So
And she looked like her eyes were half grapefruits and she wore glasses over them.
yeah, I said what I thought they looked like, but I'm not going to say it.
Please don't. You don't want to hear it, folks.
You already cussed
No.
in a previous episode, so. So she has like these glasses that she like turns so that way she can like see she can see
Close
who,
up front. And
yeah, see who the people are, and knows that Finn is lying about being like a
stormtrooper.
a rebel when he's a stormtrooper or something.
And
And
he just
Harrison-
wants to get away.
And Harrison Ford says, don't lie to a woman. They'll always find out.
So then
Or is that Clint Eastwood?
So then she says to him, those two guys over there, they will take you to the outer edge.
Meanwhile, Rey is kind of
Wandering.
wandering and she's hearing like it
voices,
sounds like
music.
No,
something.
she's hearing
Something's calling her.
she's hearing like kids screaming or crying.
Crying. Okay, so she walks into this room.
So she touches something which I guess is supposed to be like a flashback or something.
Yeah, to when her parents were taken away.
But it shows like 3 different scenes. So I was like,
yeah, it was different.
yeah, that was kind of weird.
I think she felt it was weird too.
Mm-hmm. So uh, I think at that point, that's when Ray meets Adam Driver's character. I don't remember his name. I'm just gonna call him Adam Driver. He's probably like the Darkness or something. I don't know what his character's name was.
Yeah.
And that's when, and he's kind of like the Darth Vader of this movie, where he does like this stuff and like
Yeah. It's trying to grab the memory out of
no,
everybody.
no, he's trying to like give the people like insane pain to like make their head explode or
No, but
almost.
he was trying because she had seen the map. He was trying to pull the map out of
I
her.
thought he was trying to like torture her.
And she turned it on him.
Hmm.
And she pulled it out of him.
But there was one part where she,
Told the stormtrooper
yeah, you
to
want to untie me and leave with the doors open. I want to untie you and leave you with the doors open. But that
and then drop
it
leave your
wasn't as
gun.
good as which one?
Leave your gun. I
That's
will leave my gun.
that scene wasn't as funny as one of the scenes in the prequels where it was like, "You want to buy some dust sticks? You don't want to sell me dust sticks. I don't want to sell you dust sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. I want to go home and rethink my life."
But it was okay.
So that was so yeah. This movie seems, while as the original trilogy seemed to be focused for adults with drama and a little bit of comedy,
This had a lot of action.
the prequels focused on a lot of, let's call it comedy, drama, and a little bit of action. This seems, I can see how, because this is episode 7, it is a sequel to the original trilogy. It is focused mainly on action, but there's a lot of parts in this movie where I wish there was like, there's some funny moments, but I wish there was more funny moments. That's one of my criticisms. Another criticism that I had is that there's not really there's not really an audience's voice. Like
Why is there supposed to be?
in the original trilogy,
Hmm.
Luke Skywalker was kind of like the audience's voice because he was new to this world.
Ah,
So he was wondering the same way we were wondering.
hmm, got it.
In this, everyone knows the rules, so hey, if you don't know it, we don't care. Follow along. You're supposed to do homework. There's no like outsider who's learning with the audience.
Oh, okay.
And one of the I know it was R2 R2D2
R2D2. He was
in the
dormant because
yeah,
his master Luke Skywalker had gone.
in the original he couldn't talk a lot, but I don't know, I kind of wish there was like a comic relief character in this movie.
Like Jar Jar or something.
I didn't say that.
Well, he was kind of funny and weird and ugh.
I do like when this came out, people were saying like fake Star Wars spoilers. Or like people were like, don't spoil the ending. And I didn't see the movie yet, so I just did what I thought would have been an okay, or just a joke ending, where it was like, at the end of the movie, Jar Jar comes out and sings "I'm sexy and I know it."
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what? That could have redeemed Jar Jar. Ooh, me sexy and me know it.
No. No, 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 no. Okay, anyway. So, how
There
far are
are
you going to go in
cameos. There
this?
are cameos in this movie from Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia.
No,
Although,
she's general.
oh yeah, but
She's a general now.
she didn't have the prince. She didn't have the Leia hair.
R2D2, no, not R2D2's.
C-3PO.
Yeah, he called her princess, and then he goes, "Oh, I mean general."
Princess. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean general.
Yeah.
And then there's a well.
And Solo and her, they saw each other again,
Mhm.
and you find out what happened in their get-togethers and what is happening in the other group,
I
the Resistance, and what do they keep calling them? First Order.
I think this movie is trying to set up Finn and Rey as kind of a romantic couple, kind of like a Luke and Leia.
Yeah, maybe. Luke and
I
Leia are brother and sister. They're not a romantic couple.
huh, I thought it was Solo and Leia.
Yeah, but you said Luke and Leia romantically.
I thought Luke and Leia weren't romantic. Or
They're not.
weren't related.
Yes, they're
Okay.
brother and sister.
Okay, I think it's trying to set up a romance between those two, but they mainly bickered a lot, and you never really felt like
Well,
there
she
was
was
chemistry
very.
with each other.
Yeah, you did, but she was very independent. She'd been living on her own for how long, and she
She was
would
a
go
scrappy
out.
little nobody.
Yeah, she would go out and pull devices off of useless ships and trade them in. Never really said how much money she had, but she kept marking on the wall.
Yeah, getting paid with instant bread.
That was bread?
Yeah, I told you instant bread.
Oh, I thought that was just powder that she
Powder
had.
that turned into bread. That's what she was getting
Oh,
paid.
oh, okay. So that's not a lot.
Well, it's what you get, and apparently it was a practical effect, but apparently it tasted terrible.
Yep,
I heard on
put
yeah
some butter or
yeah I
sugar
heard
and
on the podcast just put sugar on it and boom you can sell that for like 10-20 bucks.
whoa, yuck.
Oh, good point. It's Disney. 50 bucks. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So how far are you gonna go to explain all this?
Well, I hate to. I don't want to spoil.
Most people have probably already seen it.
Yeah,
We're way behind the
half the planet
times.
has already seen it.
Yeah, how many Star Wars movies are there?
Uh,
8, 9?
do you count the holiday special?
We already saw that. Whatever.
Do you mean left to review?
Uh-huh.
There's Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo, and Rise of Skywalker.
How can they do solo?
They're origin movies.
Oh, so it's not after this one. Well,
Hmm.
it could be after this one or it could be before, but it's a separate
I
entity.
think they had Donald Glover playing the young Lando Calrissian.
Oh, okay. Whichever. I
There was
I don't remember all of the other Star Wars. This was good to see at this
I'm
time.
gonna get I'm gonna get chewed in half for saying this, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it. When they announced that they were doing like origin stories and pre
Whew,
yeah,
excuse me,
origin
I'm getting
stories,
tired. Hurried up.
and Kathleen Kennedy being someone who was like, I want to get girls into Star Wars. It's like it really shocked me they never made a Princess Leia origin movie.
Yeah.
Because I figured that if she wants to get women into Star Wars, then do an origin story about one of your main female characters.
Yeah, but she didn't live long enough for them probably to do it.
You do know origin would have probably involved a different actress to play her, right?
Yeah, but it would have been it would have ended up with her.
No, it would have just been
Whatever. Okay.
it would have been a prequel to episode 4.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
I thought it was good, not great.
There was a lot of action, so I thought it was good.
But I thought Ray was a little bland.
Very independent. I don't think so. She just couldn't rely on anybody, and I thought that was kind of cool when Chewbacca picked him up, shined the light at him, and he was already down. And she called him, and he carried Finn onto the Falcon.
It was the battle There was a battle with snow, but fortunately it was filmed well enough that you were able to see what was going on. And it was filmed during the day, so I will give credit for that.
Yeah.
I've wanted to get episode 6 for a while. I don't know if do you want to own this one? I don't know.
I don't think we need to.
I've heard episode 8 is also really good,
Oh, okay.
but we'll see.
Okay.
Um,
For now.
Join us next time where we've got one of Kay's picks
All
next.
right. Woo. Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.